This is the No Spoof Zone. We are here at Anfora, New York City, one of the coolest, hippest new wine bars, and my personal new favorite wine bar in Manhattan. And we're here with the owner and wine director, Joe Campanale. And if you could just quickly tell us a little bit about yourself, restaurant scene, what you've been doing, how you got involved in it, and go.
Sure. All right. I'm Joe Campanale. Thanks so much for having me. Anfora is our new wine bar. We opened up Dell'Anima just 3 years ago, last week, which is a restaurant right next door. And then we also have L'Artusi down the block, also in the West Village. And I'm the beverage director and co-owner. Before the restaurants, I was a sommelier at Babbo, and I guess I got my start doing like a kitchen internship, prep cook at Union Square Cafe while I was a sophomore in college.
Wow.
Yeah.
So now we are at Anfora, and the one thing that everybody wants to know is, what is an Anfora? Why'd you call it an Anfora? And what's up with that? I don't even know, you know. I know what an Anfora is, but no one else does.
All right, so an Anfora is a terracotta clay pot, and basically it's the way that the ancients used to store and transport their wines. Anfora was really good. It had the two handles, so you could sort of line them up on your ship and tie them all together. They were, I guess they had a point at the bottom, so you could just put it in the ground and they won't move. But also, if you buried Anfora in the ground, it would keep sort of a constant temperature for your wine and would preserve it. So there's sort of a resurrection in wines, with wines being made in Anfora, but the idea isn't to have all wines with Anfora. We can never have a wine bar that's only Anfora wines, but to
too
sort of
niche-y, right?
Yeah, too niche-y, but there just aren't. You know, it's just such a small percentage of what's going on. But the idea is to have wines that are very traditionally styled and are in some ways more of a throwback and taste very specific to a certain place.
So traditionally styled versus, what's the other type of wine?
I guess, I mean, it's a huge grouping and there's so many things in between, but I guess as opposed to modern style, right? I guess modern style being something that's very extracted, high alcohol, and that sort of thing.
Fruit cocktail style wines that you really don't need with food. Because wine ultimately has to go with food. I mean, it doesn't have to go with food, but it should go with food, I would say. And traditionally styled wines usually have more of a thumbprint of the land, I guess you could say. You can really taste that in the wine. And wines that just taste of like fruit and extract and things like that, it's hard to go with food, I would say. Next thing, this list, when I look at it, I want to order every single bottle on the list. So like, how come me, and I'm one of the pickiest like persons out there, would want to order every bottle on the list? Who is this list geared towards, besides me?
Yeah, well, thank you. I think that it's, you know, industry people have been really excited about the list. What we've done here is just choose producers I'm really excited about. They're I guess more farmer producers, very small production wines that are traditionally styled. It's kind of the stuff that you and I and our friends who are in the industry sort of look for and drink when we go out.
So basically, this is a wine bar that like, this is what everybody in the business drinks in their spare time, but now it's like actually in a wine bar. There's no distributors that are getting pages on the list. There's no politically motivated, like, you know, placements or anything. It's every single wine that you love. Would that be an accurate description?
I hope so. Thank you.